Oh, man.
I'm gonna go first on this one because
Go for it. I've got a lot to say.
they've had Brian marched out quite a few times.
Mm.
Recently, he comes out for a dark match. They did it in Mexico. They did it, in several other
Yeah.
spots.
Oh, the dark segment or whatever.
Yeah, his neck is broke and bad. He's still going numb. Like, motherfucker, he needs surgery. He said he needs surgery, and he's doing piss poor. Brian is not in good shape, but he still wants to wrestle one more match. Why? I don't know. He had that great match, and then the send-off was shit, but whatever. You had that great match where
Because
you
the
got
last
the
thing we
belt.
saw was his head in a bag. I don't blame him for
I
wanting to
don't
have another
blame him
match.
either. I know, truly, but fucking Moxley. Ah, you stupid. So in any event, we go ahead and we're gonna get the match. It plays out, but just when Hangman's about to get it done, yeah, what's his name? Cobb and all the other Death Riders are just going to be the numbers too much. The faces can't get the job done. Moxley wins. Then Moxley's beating down Hangman afterwards. He's about to suffocate him or something along the lines of that. And that's when we hear Brian's music. He's going to come out and then he's going to point, and Darby Allin is going to descend and come back and challenge Moxley. And Darby Allin is going to be the one to beat him finally for the title, because they sent Darby Allin flying down the stairs all those months ago to send him on his way to Everest, and he ascended that, he climbed that, he did that. Go Darby.
He did the thing. Yeah.
Hey, but you know what he didn't do? Win the title, and that's what he's coming back to do. This was the plan all along. It's not Hangman, it's Darby. I can't help but feel that way, that was always the story they were going to try and tell, and I don't think Hangman's going to do it. I know you have a lot more to say, so please, sir, enlighten me.
Well, what you said just put a lot of hope in my heart, because
Hopefully.
10 times over, I would rather it be Darby Allin than Hangman Page.
Yeah.
Again, I gotta go same sort of thing I said with Swerve, even though there's sometimes that I like Swerve. I've never, ever, 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 ever gotten the hype around Hangman Page. I don't get it. I don't get this big, like, oh, he's reinvented wrestling. I don't get this, oh, no matter where he is on the card, he's the main character of AEW. I don't get it. People act like the sun rises and sets on this guy's dick, and I don't get it at all. I don't get. So you've got this guy that I can't stand, and Jon Moxley, who I want to love, who they've ruined. Like I said it at the beginning of the pod. Promotional malpractice. I don't care that I stole the phrase from Short Mike over in the UK. I don't. This match makes me angry. I want it to be
people
Darby.
get from Moxley. I don't see what people get from Hangman, and I've said that to you for a long time now.
I see what I used to get from Moxley.
Even so, yeah.
Before I got sick of what's his name, Burger Kingston and his shtick, I wanted Jon Moxley and Kingston to be the ones that came in and absolutely obliterated the Bucks, because I thought they were so opposed to each other.
It felt that way.
You guys are full of shit. You come out here dressed like your grandmother's couch. You do a bunch of flips and gymnastic bullshit. We're just going to punch you in the face. Then I realized how in character and out of character obnoxious Burger Kingston is, and they've just made Jon Moxley into a pussy.
Yeah.
And the worst thing about that is,
and he's a bit of a bitch, huh? He acts like he's Mr. Tough Ass, but he's very whiny behind the scenes.
That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah.
You can be this is the thing. Wrestling is awesome. You can be just about anything in wrestling. You can be a pussy heel in wrestling. It's fine. But the worst, the most obnoxious, the most like waste of my time thing. Egregious. There we go. Perfect word. Thank you for being my thesaurus. It's tired in here.
I got you,
The
bud.
worst thing is somebody that is being booked like a pussy, acting like they're tough as nails. This is current day pussy Jon Moxley dressed up as 2020 hard ass, getting us through the fucking pandemic Jon Moxley.
Yep. He's not the same. You know why, too? It's not because he's not drunk either. That's not it. It's the mindset behind what made him drink before. I'm sorry to say it, but he was drinking to hide from something, to get through the pain, to get through. Without the drinking now, he has a different mindset, and his character is more
I want the John
lackadaisical,
Moxley
not
I want the
caring.
John Moxley that came out after he had done a bunch of his recovery shit and
Yes,
told the guy in the crowd to fuck
fuck
off
off. Yes,
for mocking him
that's
for his drinking. Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't need to be drunk. It's just the mindset he had at that time when he
It's
was
the
drinking. We can't
okay,
get back. He's like he's
I
lost a
don't
step of confidence or something.
I don't believe this about Bray Wyatt, but it's the accusation that people used to throw at Bray Wyatt of, "Oh, he just goes out there and talks some nonsense and then the bell rings."
Yeah,
How did John Moxley become that guy? Friggin' I'm gonna say it, 3rd time tonight. Shout out to the guys over at the Wrestling for Life, specifically, KJ White,
yeah,
who said for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, "This won't be a match. This will not be a match. It'll be a stip. It'll be a hardcore something or other. It'll be a death match because John Moxley can't wrestle anymore." I don't think it's true that he can't wrestle anymore. We just haven't seen it in a long ass time. And what did they do this week? And they made somebody else say it so that it wasn't as obvious. They made Hangman say it instead of John Moxley. He says, "I want Texas death because I'm the
yeah.
cowboy and that's what cowboys do, even though I'm the emo cowboy with the fucking butterflies and shit. I used to be a school teacher, but I'm gonna kill you with a fucking plastic bag."
I remember when they
Right.
first brought back the Texas Death Match, everyone's like, "Oh my God, what does that mean?" Like, I haven't heard of that ever. What is that? What Texas Death Match? Like, it was this rarity because it hadn't been used since the studio days,
Mhm,
AWA and Crockett stuff. And now you have people being like, "Oh my God, again? Really? Another tag?" Like, there's nothing special about it anymore. It's supposed to have special rules. It's supposed to be this whole thing. And it's like a Armageddon rules match. So
mhm,
you have to be rendered unconscious before the referee will count to 10. You know what I mean?
mhm,
Like that's how it was with Dory Funk Jr. It match went on for 4 hours.
mhm.
I don't know. And also you have like Monsters Ball and Trick or
All
Street
kinds of
fights and
different
all the
things, man.
dumb shit. But
But you know what
really
the
the
thing is though, like
Texas death match is
Monsters
supposed to knock
Ball
you out.
Monsters Ball existed, and it's not a free pass. It's a legitimate different wrestling companies have different worlds, right? Impact or TNA or whatever you wanna call it created that world where all the spooky shit could happen, where all the really, really extra well, you had, Su Yung from the Undead Realm. You had
Yeah.
the initial stages of the Hardy compound in Broken Mat. So the idea that you were going up against Abyss and both of you had been in solitary confinement for a week before the match, it worked because that's the world they created. This is the company that said, "No, we're gonna do it real. We're gonna treat it like a real sport. We're gonna have, like, win-loss records," except twice over, we've realized that doesn't work. Instead, we're gonna do, "Oh, we're gonna put a needle in your cheek before we put you into a cinder block made out of dust," and all this other fucking bullshit with the shopping bags and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like, Abyss was Abyss, right? And shout out Abyss. Abyss is in the freaking WWE 2K now, and it's awesome. They have his
So
original
cool.
music, and it's fan but Abyss could have regular matches. And I'm sorry, I hate saying this because I used to be a big fan of, like, not just Dean Ambrose, like John Moxley when he first got to AEW
Yeah.
used to be like the guy I was watching for, the guy you were behind,
Yeah.
the guy,
He
not
was
he,
putting on
not
good matches and killing himself, but it wasn't all outside,
he was doing in WWE. I'm sorry, during COVID, I don't want to be too serious for a second.
no.
He was doing in COVID for AEW what people like Asuka and Bailey and Drew McIntyre, etc., were doing for WWE. They were pulling people through. They were having fun,
Yeah.
whether it was Bailey having her feud with Michael Cole or
Yeah.
Asuka
Ding
just
dong,
being
hello.
like, or Asuka just like shouting at the top of her lungs like there was people out there in the 500th row, even though they were in the performance center. Like those
Yeah.
people were getting us through, or they were trying to at least. John Moxley was doing the same thing in a much more like off the leash John Moxley kind of way. And
Yeah.
now he's a pussy.
He
And
always
he's a
came to the
pussy
crowd
pretending to
and
be a tough guy.
it felt great. And then it became all about like this masturbatory length of entrance. Like he had to march himself out there. It wasn't about being with the fans. It was about him getting his time and just it lost its meaning.
And how do you justify at this point if AEW is supposed to be the company that doesn't insult your intelligence, that respects the fans, that treats it like a real sport, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How many people have grabbed that briefcase from John Moxley since he became champion at
Oh, I know.
some point or other to chase him away, whatever, and none of them have opened the briefcase?
I thought it was locked. I thought that was like the point behind it. They couldn't
Doesn't matter.
open
Take
it.
take a slit. Like there's everything under the
I know,
ring.
but
You
they haven't even
can get
attempted to open it. Exactly.
no, exactly. This is my point. Like wrestling has bolt cutters because wrestling has cage matches occasionally.
Yep.
Like, it is what it is.
He
Like telling me
assaulted
there's
a
not.
man for a screwdriver and got sued for it. You know, there's
Yeah,
tools all around. Moxley
I mean,
is one.
John Moxley is assaulting all kinds of people, and my headset is coming off. That's fantastic. Now, if this wasn't a clusterfuck enough,
Yeah.
before the Young Bucks match was announced,
Uh-huh.
this is rumor and innuendo, so take it for what it's worth. It might not be gospel. Have you heard what the initial idea for this main event was?
Very vaguely. I know it was a big clusterfuck, but no, what was the final idea for
It
this?
was going to be
Dear God.
Hangman Page,
Uh-huh.
Will Ospreay,
Oh, God.
Swerve Strickland versus the Death Riders in a 3-on-3 match for the world title.
Oh, God. I hate when they've done that in WWE a couple of times where it's a multi-man match. They did it with Triple H when he was with Vince and Shane against Orton.
So what
And
happens
he got
if
disqualified and lost the belt? Like, there's things like that.
If Wheeler Yuta pins Will Ospreay, if we've fallen that far down the pecking order,
Yeah.
is he the champion?
No, he would retain for Moxley, I believe, is how they do it.
That's so
You pick like team captains and people fight each other. It's
like credit to them, they didn't do it. But
dead on arrival.
Here's the thing. We know what this really is. WWE did Cody finishing the story. He had the entire bloodline behind Roman Reigns, and basically you had Cody and the good guy Avengers at the end. They had to make that a way that wouldn't be disqualified. So they did the tribal combat, tribal chief rules, whatever it was, to make it no disqualification. Yeah, to make it no disqualification, so that all those run-ins could happen and they could be fun and whatever the case may be. I guarantee you, the people that are going to come out, you're going to get all of the Death Riders on one side. You're going to get Will Ospreay for sure. You're going to get Swerve in the, oh my God, they're finally on the same page moment that we all see coming 5 miles away. You're going to get the Ops, because for some reason the Ops are involved in this. And then the light's going to turn out. Lights are going to turn back on. Sting's back there for one more appearance. He decks Wheeler Yuta or something like that. Darby Allin comes down, kicks somebody in the nuts with the skateboard, and then fucking Hangman wins, and I cry, and not in the good way. And everything's shit, and everything goes emo cowboy.
Sting. Sting's done. He said he's not even putting the paint back on.
Yeah, but Steve Borden, even if there was no paint, even if he just showed up in the ring in his like workout gear, like, which is basically what the Undertaker did.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. He wasn't the dead man.
I'm not getting dressed for this shit. Yeah.
I don't even want to do my
tired. Michelle took my podcast and now she pissed off Booker T. She's ruining everything. All I got's left is my street clothes. She took my working uniform, bitch. Oh, I'm a mean dead man.
Hey, Sting, you want to play some bones? But seriously, like, if Sting came back one more time, I would get it. It's fine. Give him one more big arena moment. Like, if he came in and showed up and decked somebody and left like The Undertaker did, I wouldn't mind. It would be like the 100th stupid thing we've seen that night.
It would be. Sorry, there's something about The Undertaker hiding and catering from his wife. Just, is Michelle here? Don't tell her you saw me.
I'm the last lawman, but I still need a divorce lawyer.
She tried to take the dog.
I saw the best thing the other day. I don't know if I shared it with you, but I shared it with the guys over at Wrestling for Life, and it was like, what's your favorite masked wrestler? Whoever you just said, you're wrong. It's DDP when he was stalking Undertaker's wife.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Hangman's gonna win this, and
the bitch.
That's what we need. Mark Callis shows up in AEW to hit John Moxley with a diamond cutter. This is such shit, man. If Darby comes back, cool. If somehow Hangman doesn't win, I will give this 5 stars in the Texas Dome,
Oh,
brother. But
absolutely.
he's gonna
He's got
win, and
to.
it's gonna be stupid, and people are gonna
Moxley's
pretend that it's
winning.
good.
Mean Mark is going to be hiding from Michelle. You know, she's on LFG now. She replaced his podcast host, that guy, this friend.
John Mox. Okay, here it is. Here it is.
So
WrestleMania lore. WrestleMania lore. Okay.
yeah,
Street. It's basically a Texas death. Whatever. It's a
yeah,
street
street
fight, right?
fight.
John Moxley's street fight history at WrestleMania, or sorry, Dean Ambrose's. So
Yes.
John Moxley somehow beats Hangman. I cheer. I raise my hands up in the air because it's fucking awesome. And out comes his next opponent for All Out in Toronto when Spaz is going to be able to watch it. It's John Moxley versus like Super Viking mode Brock Lesnar.